Oops. There we go. Get the camera holder all together there. There we go. Welcome back to Friday Live. And Friday Live without a live without a 6x8 album and December Daily. So it feels weird to do one of these, I have to say, because it's been a while. It was all about December Daily for a while there. But thanks for those of you who don't do it and are patient and allow me to do that. So tonight I thought I'd do something different. If you followed along with my December Daily, you may remember that I had this beautiful piece of vellum from Vicki Boutin that I intended to use as page dividers, and it never worked. And I had not one, but two pieces of it. So I want to get this used. I don't want it sitting in my stash beyond this year. I want it out and getting used and in books. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So I found, sorry guys, something's going on here. There we go. Okay, sorry. I got an interruption there. Anyway, so I found some photos. I thought I would do Christmas layouts with this because obviously it's very Christmas themed. And I had these two photos from an annual trip that my stepson and daughter-in-law, and first of all, my oldest grandson, this is the first year that my second grandson got to go, and they go see A Christmas Carol. It's been a tradition for them since they were dating, and now they take the boys. So I thought, and look at that picture of my beautiful daughter-in-law with the two oldest guys. So I thought that I would take this and do kind of I thought about maybe doing something like that where I tilt them. I don't know. I might do that. I might not. We'll see. Then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same exact paper, but I'm going to scrapbook these three photos from Disney. And these are pictures of the tree at the start of Main Street in Disney Magic Kingdom. This is a garland from Hollywood Studios, and this is a garland from Animal Kingdom. And I thought I don't have a picture from Epcot. Epcot was a tough day for us, and I took no pictures of the Christmas decorations in Epcot. I think it was hot, and we had cranky children, and zero Christmas, not one Christmas decoration picture in Epcot. The other thing I wanted to show you, I've been printing, if you've been following along with December Daily, that I printed a lot of those photos at home on the Print to Size app. Well, I just did that with these as well, and actually this one too, just so that the printing would be consistent. And it's really easy with that Print to Size app to take a 4x6 photo piece of paper and print 2 3x4s. It's way easier than any other way I've ever done it before. I can do it within my Photoshop program, but it's a lot more cumbersome. So in case you missed that whole discussion when we did that, when we talked about December Daily, it's called Print to Size. It is, I don't know if it's available for an Android device, but it is available for an iPhone. So that's what I'm using. The other thing that I wanted to show you is I was also, for those of you who have done Disney but are interested in a little bit of photo editing, but not a lot, there is a website called Six Little Babes. And so 6 little and BABES babes. And they do presets for filters. And that's what this is here. So I didn't take an original photo of any of these, but this was really washed out, or not washed out, but really dark. And you couldn't see things with this filter. It's much, much greener and prettier. These I'll show you because I have this version which is kind of like almost the original version, but the colors bumped up a little bit on this. And this is Six Little Babes. And then this version. I thought this aqua worked better with the aqua in here, so I'm going to use that. But they have 6 different presets, I think, I think it's called Magical Memories, which is a Disney preset. So anyway, those are the 3 for that. And then I have this one that I chose, either this or this. This is more like what the sky was that day. It was a super intense blue, but I think when I do this next to this, all I see with this is these 2 photos. They overpower this photo. And in this particular layout, I don't want to do that. What I'm probably going to do is save these for my photo book that I'm going to do for myself. And then these will be more like what that day was. I printed a bunch of other decoration photos because I thought I was going to do that. But what I'll probably end up doing is doing a page of decoration photos in the 6x8 album I'm going to do for myself. And here's the night ones as well. My original thought was to do just kind of like a collage of all of them. But if I used a lot of these, it was hard. Like these, you covered up most of the background, which I did not want to do. I wanted you to be able to see the background in these photos. So the other thing I did is I brought over a piece of white cardstock because that's going to need to sit behind there, or you will see the whatever the layout is behind. I'm just going to take this for now and put this to the side because we'll work on that next. I don't know that I've ever done this where I've actually done really the exact same piece of paper, but 2 different layouts with it. I've done things that are the same arrangement. I know that. So that's what this is going to be as we start out. Now I am going to take my ATG right away and tack down my vellum here. I'm going to hide it behind one of the stars, which I'm pretty sure is going to be covered anyway, but that way I'll know it's covered for sure. And then what I can do when this is all done is I can come back in and trim, because this white paper cardstock is a little bit longer than my vellum is here. So I think that's about right there. Okay. So then we're going to do the photos of them here. This is a piece, and I should bring this back in. This is the little dish I used during December Daily. It's still out because I haven't finished my Christmas scrapbooking. I've done no Christmas scrapbooking actually, and maybe that's not going to work. I think I'm going to put it to the side here a little bit. It was okay when I had a December Daily to do, but not with a full 12x12 on here. But then I'm thinking, okay, so there's that stuff here that I can pull from if I want to. And then I have this Mary up here. Now, this background's pretty busy, so I'm thinking a piece of paper, and I'm just automatically thinking red here. I don't know if that's what it's going to end up being, but let me pull from my reds. And I think this red works really well. This is the Cartabella White Christmas, and it's the present tags paper. And I really like how that looks. I'm probably going to mount the Mary somewhat on the photos here. I'm just kind of deciding how wide that's going to be, that mat. I think I want a wider border on here. Although, do I really want to? Yeah, I'll have enough. If I can always trim it down if I need to. Hey, Tamara. Okay, so then I think we've got that pretty good. Now, the 2 photos are not the same height, but I lined the bottom up because this is going to come across the top and you won't realize that they're not the same height. So that's why I did that. I need to move things just a little bit because I actually have to, when you're using a 6x8, you can get away with a lot less space at the end of your trimmer than when you're doing 12x12. And I'm just eyeballing this to see how much I want to cut off here. Okay, and that's pretty good. I like the way that looks. The Mary can sit on top of here. Now, Where do I order my paper from, Brittany? My two main sources are usually scrapbook.com and a cherry on top. I will sometimes order from, oh no, I'm going to forget, but I've got a card from them. Paper Issues. That's the other place that I will order from those places. So I think a lot of this Christmas stuff came from scrapbook.com. I'm pretty sure. I remember ordering a lot from there. So I'm thinking I want to say something like about a very merry tradition, something like that. I'm not sure that I probably don't have anything that says a very merry, but I could bring in this and bring in a small letter sticker is kind of what I think I could do, and then maybe come down here with tradition. I don't think I could put it up on the photo here, but I don't think I want to do that in this particular case. I think I want to keep that up a little bit. And this looks like you guys, I did not get this even, so hold on a second. Sorry. Maybe I did and it's just not even. Yeah, it looks like I actually did. All right, so I'm thinking that's what I want to do. I do have gold stars somewhere in all this stuff. This would have been good too. This is Christmas, because that is a big tradition that they do. So I still have some of those color cast, these color cast pieces that I started out with left, because obviously I haven't done anything since December Daily. Hey, Nancy. Good to see you. I'm looking for my little baggie. Oh, here we go. So the other thing I'm thinking is I do have these stars in here that I could incorporate as well. Not the silver one, though. I want a gold one. Where's the gold one? There. So I do have these gold stars that I could incorporate as well. But I'm thinking, a very merry, and then tradition down there with what is the question? The red won't work. Just trying to see if I do have some puffy letters from Ellie's studio that might work. I could also still put the tradition on there. Okay, let's get this glued down. And then I think that will help me make some decisions here. And then what I do is once I have the vellum or the layout done, I go back in and I'll glue under like this. This is easy. Just so that vellum has something to hold on to. And, you know, a lot of times you can just put your glue up when it's a colored piece like this. You can actually get your glue up under there and you don't see it. So just so that you know that, just be careful that you're gluing under something and that you glue flat, because like my ATG just balled up, and that you would see. So that looks pretty good. Get a little bit on that red star there. Okay, so we have that done. Then this does have a backing. Let's see if I can get that off tonight. Yay. And it came off in one piece, but it's chipboard. And as humid as Wisconsin is, I still don't trust chipboard, because years ago I went back to albums to redo how I did my albums, and I had a whole heck of a lot of chipboard sitting in the bottom of my page protectors, so I won't do that again. Okay, so merry, and then I could either handwrite a very merry, or I could add it in with some letter stickers. We'll see what we're going to do for that. I don't know yet. So there's that. And then the question is, how does this look? This is pretty pale, and I'd probably almost better like that, okay, I think that's shifting on me. I think I'd almost better like it if it was in a paler color than this, but obviously I have a lot of these. So I think what's going to happen is you might just see the word tradition down here. Of course, I could also use embellishments to help us focus less on that. As a matter of fact, I've got one that says date here, so I'm going to pull that. I do have all sorts of candy canes and different things like that. I have a lot of those puffy hearts and stars left that I can use. Nancy, I don't remember if I said hello to you, so if I did not, hello. I just saw you again. And I think if I do this like this, what I will do is actually put like a cluster down there. And I'm going to just build the word tradition down here, because then I can see what it looks like over the top there. It won't be perfectly centered or anything, but I'll be able to figure that part out at least. So I'm just going to use it instead of grabbing my wax paper, because I don't have to get up then. Not that I would mind getting up, but I don't have to then. Okay. Going through the, thousands of pieces of this alpha that I have here. When I almost forgot that I was going to need 2 T's here. I'm actually going through 2 on the sheets that are partially used. They have extra numbers and things, so I'm going to go through that. And there's one in here. With this alpha, I like to flip okay. Yeah, I think I'm Mary tradition. The tradition up there I don't love, but I do kind of like it down there, but I need something else to like ground and help with that down there. So there's that little piece that says the merriest, which I don't love, but that could ground the word tradition, and we could start some sort of cluster from that. Now I have stars. I don't think I have a lot of stars in this pack though. I also need somewhere to journal now that I think about it. So maybe this is not the best idea, and that I start building something from there maybe, so that I have a place to put. Okay, not gonna like that because it's red on red there. This is a Jolly Simple Stories Holidays, not Jolly Days, Holidays. I have a pink here, but that's not the right pink. I do love that flower. That is going on something that I'm going to do. Just a little, I want a little something out here. Okay, I do have ornaments. I think I even have ornament stickers too, now that I think about it. And I like the scale of these, I think, a little bit better. Thinking maybe red and green both. And then the other thing I'm doing is I'm using holly there and here. So I like that idea. I do have this other ornament, but I think I'm going to leave that out. It's a little bit too much. I'll just get it in. And I have like totally lost focus on what I'm doing with that A Very Merry Tradition. But frankly, I need to get the journaling done too. I just was thinking, can I tuck some stars in around here? Hey, Barb. Nice that you can catch a live tonight. Like I could tuck them in. I don't know that I need to do this. I have done that kind of a thing with paper like this before, or with an all over design like this. Sometimes I've taken stars or hearts if you have an all over, and I'll scatter the punched ones and then pop them up on a pop dot, and that's kind of a fun thing to do too. So something a little bit different. But I think I'm not going to use that idea. Do I want to use the date? Although now I could maybe use the red one that there's a red. Oh, there's an aqua one, which is the wrong aqua, but I just saw red. I don't think so. I'm not going to use that, but I can always date down there. So that's easy enough. Just kind of playing around for what I want to do. There's so much embellishment behind this that you don't need to do a lot. Hey, Deborah. I haven't been on doing regular videos. I was doing a lot of December daily. So we're back to the regular schedule again. Okay, so now I lost where I put that word tradition. Okay. I don't know. I think if it was lighter, it would be good. I think it's too dark, which was what I was afraid of. So what else do I have in my arsenal here? I have that blue, but that's very blue compared to what these are. That's lighter. I have that. That's actually nice because this is a pretty close. And what I could do is do the very up here with these letters, and then bring that down here again and bring them over here for the word tradition. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And this is an interesting alpha. These are old from my little shoebox. I don't even know if they're still around, but they have different fonts, and then they have capital and small letters. I'm going to set that down there. Like I said, I could have also handwritten it too if you don't have letter stickers like this. It would be good if I could get them on straight though. That would be a good thing. And I think I'm going to go with all capital letters here, just because that Mary font is as well. I may have to straighten that last one out there, but that's okay. Or the first one out. Okay, so now we have A Very Merry. And then I want to do the word tradition. And since I did all caps here, I think I'm going to do caps down here. And I'm thinking I'm going to just run it off kind of the top of this, actually over that photo as well. And it'll overlap like that. Now, if that's not your thing because you're concerned about putting something on a photo, that's okay. Don't. You could run it down here too, or down here. There's lots of different ways you could do this. I do have copies of all of these photos. I keep them in two places. one on my own one on my own external hard drive, and then I also have cloud storage too. So I'm not worried about that if anything would ever happen. I'm also going to be spelling backwards, so that's always frightening. And I try to mix up when I'm using these. I try to mix the fonts up. It's so funny. It doesn't bother me to use different fonts with these, but it bothers me to use different colors. So when they do the packages with all different colors in the same font, that I have a hard time with. I don't know why, but it just is. Okay. This shouldn't be as hard as it is at the moment. Just putting a little letter sticker down here. So in case you guys missed this, if you're joining me a little bit later, I'm actually going to do 2 pages tonight, but I'm going to use the same background paper for both of them. And it's a paper that I loved, or the vellum that I loved and did not use in my December daily, and I don't want it languishing in my stash. I want it on layouts and in books. So I'm making this page will go in my grandkids album, and then the other one will go in my album. And I'm actually going to do a Disney page. Most of my scrapbooking for Disney will actually be in a 6x8 album. Theirs will be 12x12, but mine will be 6x8. I rarely do doubles of things that I'm scrapbooking for them, but mine will be more like photos of me or me with the kids. And theirs will be more about the family and all of that kind of stuff. So it will be a little bit different. But I'm just going to do a couple 12x12 pages for myself. I did talk about the photo printing app I use, and I also talked about the preset filter that I used on the photos I'm going to show you next. Do this. So I did that first. So if that interests you, go back to the beginning so you can see the opening of this. And the filter presets are really simple because you just click on them and then you find one you like, and it changes your photo without having to do lots of editing. I'm not going to do that with most of our photos, but I will do it with some. Okay. So yeah, I like the way that turned out. I like the echo of the 2 alphas here and here. Just kind of looking to see, do we want to do anything else here? Feels kind of funny to do that. They're so big. Just looking to see, do I have any other? I do, the die cuts are smaller. I don't know, I feel maybe all I need here is some enamel dots. That's the word. Words are hard sometimes. Just trying to see, do I want to do that? I just feel like I'm missing something over on this side here. Let me bring this up and see. I can shorten that up. Just do a little banner here. Maybe. Nope. Hello, grasping at straws. So I'm just not finding the right thing. If I use enamel dots, and I have a bunch of snowflakes. I just want something smaller, I think. But I've got that going on here already. This over here. And I want to be able to write, so I don't think I want to put too much there. Okay, do I have another stocking? A smaller stocking would be great. And the sticker book swish is My command is this. Yeah, my wish is the sticker books command. Nope, still too much in that. And I think words there are going to look funny. I think there's just going to have to be a lot of stuff over here. I'm going to use this tree because they're standing beside this tree here. So I think that it feels a little bit more finished to me there. Okay, so we have that. I think that's all done. I'm going to just trim this edge here quick, just so I don't forget to do it. That's a me thing. That the cardstock was a little bit longer than the vellum on this. I think that's pretty good. Now I can, though, still do maybe some enamel dots in a couple of places, or I don't have gold enamel dots anymore. When they used to make the flat gold ones, I love that. I haven't seen those in years, so I don't know why they don't have those anymore, but they don't. So I'm just gonna look and see what I have in my enamel dots here. I do have that one, but I think that's a lot more design than I want. That nice little heart, but we have stars. Or how about some gold sequins? How about some old Jelly Bean Soup gold sequins? Although there aren't any small ones, that might not work. There are all these larger ones, which now that I think about it, that's probably why these are left. So maybe one there. So I think I want 3. Or 2 because these are so big. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is do 2 of them because they're pretty big. And I kind of like that because that takes up a little bit of that space. And okay, so just a little bit of shine to go with that shine that is on the page. Yeah, I did think stars too, Nancy. I don't, because I have my bag of stars right here, and I do have small stars here, but I think I like the little sequins. The stars, if you don't want as much, as many different kinds of things on the page, so it feels like there's less stuff on the page, these would be good because they echo, they echo what's going on in the background. So that would be a good choice too, most definitely. So that's another way you could do that and not add more stuff to the page. I do think, though, I mean, there's a lot going on this page, but I think it's pretty focused because the photos are dark. So you go in and then all the embellishment is going across it. So I'm going to just tack down that little spot there too. And yes, I am using my ATG with vellum, guys. It does work. And it's not going to show through because the vellum has printing on it or color on it. So then you don't see it like you do on regular white vellum. Okay, so that's page number 1 using our Vicki Boutin Warm Wishes. And then, so I'll put that aside and then we'll look at the 2 when we're all done and see what happens. So let me take this out. I just didn't, sorry if you don't like packaging, but I didn't want to take it out because it can break and that kind of stuff. So, oh, Vicki, welcome. Glad you're here. That's awesome. Okay, so Vicki Boutin Warm Wishes. I believe this was from last year, but I did get them this year. I think, I think sometimes they'll just bring in like a, they'll just reprint, like American Crafts will reprint something from an older collection. Okay. So then just kind of want to look, there is printing on here, but it is going all different ways. The other thing I probably want to look at is where this aqua stars are going to land. So these are photos, in case you missed this, these are 3 photos of the Christmas decorations at Disney. So the tree at Walt Disney World, a garland from Animal Kingdom, and a garland from Hollywood Studios. And those Animal Kingdom garlands were amazing because they were all natural, basically. I think they had a few ornaments in them, but they were like fruit and flowers and stuff, which was really cool. So I'm thinking that I can land these like this. And I'm also thinking that this red that I just used would be great behind those photos. Oh yeah, that pops really nicely. So I will grab another piece, and I have these to use. I always make sure I have plenty of red and green. So this is White Christmas from Cartabella. It's the present tags paper. And Cartabella paper is just fun to touch because I don't want to sound weird, but it has such a great hand to it. Ooh, my ATG is going to be sassy now. I'm almost at the end of the roll. That usually happens when I'm almost at the end. So the paper is super, super thick. Okay. So we'll just do this. So the other exciting news in my life is I'm going back to Disney again this spring. So my daughter-in-law is on her way there right now with my oldest grandson. She asked me to go. It was a birthday present for him. And then she decided maybe it wasn't the wisest thing to take him and not the other 2 older kids, not my 3-year-old grandson, but they'll be 5 and 7 when we go, those 2. Sorry, guys, I have to change my ATG year-olds. So I am going this spring again, which I'm A-okay with that. I've wanted to go back since before we left. So I referred it to as going home the other day. So there will be a special pair of ears that I'm going to be wearing. So that my daughter-in-law actually already bought, because at first I wasn't going to go, and then I decided, what the heck, life is too short. But anyway, otherwise I'm going to reuse my ears. I may have bought another t-shirt or 2 now that I think about it. Anyway, so I'm super excited. We're just going for a long weekend, and we'll do 2 parks. Well, actually, she's doing 2 parks with my oldest grandson. We're going to try to do Magic Kingdom, and then we'll split a day between Hollywood Studios and Epcot, because Hollywood Studios has my 7-year-old grandson's favorite rides, our favorite ride as well. And then we missed a lot of princesses and characters when we were in Epcot because the kids were having a bad day, to be honest. We were that family in Epcot. So we want to go back and try to pick those up. So that'll be fun to do. Okay. So more Disney pictures. I haven't even printed Disney pictures. I still haven't finished organizing what I have from our trip in November, and I'll have more. But that's okay. I'd also love to do a girls' trip. I'm not sure that that's going to happen this year. Especially when I have a 60th birthday coming up next year, basically at this time. And the plan now is to spend it in Paris. Claire, did you hear that? By the way, when you watch this, I think next January is Paris. That's the plan. Okay, so what I wanted to do was look at where these stars were landing and which way the lettering goes. Now, the lettering is all over the place, upside down, sideways, all of that. So I'm not too concerned. I don't want to cover up that much of these. So maybe, there we go. And the funny part about this is going to end up landing the exact same way that I have the other piece of paper. And I know that that's all going to be under that, so I'll just get the vellum mounted that way for now. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I do have this little holidays sticker that I could use on this layout here. And just call it like, you know, maybe do something like that says Disney holidays is what I'm thinking. This one I'm going to center, I think. The other one is not. So let's get this down. So it is exciting, Nancy. Yes. I think it'll be fun to have a trip. Not that oh my gosh, that trip that we did all together with my stepson and daughter-in-law and the 4 kids was wonderful and amazing. But I think it'll be cool to just do it with a smaller group as well, because we'll be able to concentrate on the kids a little bit more and what they want to do individually, that kind of thing. So I'm really looking forward to going back with them. And my stepson had a chance to go and he said, "No, thank you." I knew, well, she and I both knew that there's no way he would go if he could at all avoid it. He liked what we did, but crowds of people are not his thing, so I don't blame him. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here that I did. Just glue this down a little bit and get these seated. And you really cannot see them. I've said that a couple of times. It's like I think you don't believe me. And nobody's questioned it, so I think it was because when I discovered that you could actually do this, I was very excited. All right, good. So now that way I won't curl my vellum edges and that. So holidays we have there, and I want to do the word Disney. So since I have this alpha out, let's use it. Maybe we'll start that about there. And find, there it is. Find my little tweezers here. Okay, just kind of looking about what I have. And I'm going to do this in all caps again too. Start it about there and see if I like it. So doing some things in common. We've already got the background paper the same, the paper for the mats the same, and then we're using blue letters. We used a letter sticker that mimicked the chipboard title on the other one, but it's not exactly the same. Okay, that end doesn't work because it's the same as I could make it work, but I don't generally like to use the same font next to each other when I do this. Heck, why not challenge myself a little bit more? Kind of going to have, well, actually, not so much there. I was going to say I think I have to there, but I really don't actually. Let's get this Y in here. Okay. And unlike the other one, I don't need to do anything with more of a title below. That's taken care of by the word days. So I think our title is good there. Now we just need, so this is all about the decorations here. So I'm just going to look through. There's twinkle lights, there's deck the halls. I'm looking to see what kind of word stickers I have here. So maybe deck the halls can go here. So I'm thinking, and kind of loosely now, again, that diagonal across, that's one of my favorite techniques. If you watch me, you kind of know that I like to do that. This pink is bad with this pink. So that's a no. I don't love that one. it might be fun to use something more like this because it's Disney, so that's kind of fun. So I like that. Merry and Bright's good. I just want a little bit of journaling space to talk about how pretty this was. Let's see. Now, I wouldn't do the December 25th here. I'd put a word sticker there. It does cover somebody's face, but I don't like the balance of this where it sits on this side because then it's really heavy to this side. And I think if I put it down here, it gets too close to the bottom. I'd almost have to tuck it. Let's see what that looks like. If I tuck it up here a little bit and do something like that. I'd almost rather see it come out a little bit here. So I think this, I might be able to make that work, but I don't love it yet. So let's keep looking to see. And I do have more labels from my LA Studio stuff. I also have just this piece too. So I could incorporate that with some other pieces. Maybe, again, maybe like a little ornament. I have that one ornament left. Just because I'm talking about, this will be about the decorations. So let's see. I do like bringing in this blue here. This could go up on chipboard too. Not loving that one so much, but I think I have ornaments here too, so maybe I could go with a bigger one if I can find the blue one, if I haven't used it. There's the red one. There's those beautiful roses that I love that must go on something. I do have stockings too. Maybe I could use one of those because it looks like I use the blue ornament here. I don't see it. If there was one, I should say. Let's try this. So I do like the color of that, but I'm not loving the flower on this. I think that's part of what's bothering me. So let me grab my labels from LA Studio. I know I have them. I also have red ones too. That would be easy. I thought I still had some pale blue. Oh, I do, but they're pretty little. They're not big enough. I need something chunkier than that. So I know I have red, and I think I have some green. I have that green, but it's the wrong green. It's a little bit blue to put in here. And then, let's see. There's that green one. To do a green. Yeah, let's try that and see if I can make that one work. I could add another label to the little cluster too. I've done that before. Okay, so I'll just bring this here. And like that. Add this here. Now this is looking pretty flat to me. I don't have anything up on, pop dots. Okay, that Merry and Bright, I don't care for the green there. And I was thinking of Deck the Halls here. Kind of gets lost. Maybe I have, let's see. I have Holidays, Cookies for Santa. I also have a lot of letter stickers And, oh, and I keep forgetting about these guys, these puffies, which could have been helpful with my last layout when I needed something on that edge, but that's okay. I have to pull these out, so they're sitting out. There's cute stocking on here too, in pink. It's not the same pink, but I wonder if I can get away with it, or if it just looks silly because there's one huge one and one small one. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's focus here. Letters, letter stuff. Phrase stickers. There's a ho ho ho. And elf approved. It would actually, if I can use elf approved, that would even be better, because I don't have an elf in my house. Linus just does not appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to pop that down, add this in. So whatever I do, when I do the I'm thinking maybe that should go up on top. Whatever I do when I do the scattering stuff, I probably need to do something with that's more dimensional. Okay, I just like this a little bit better up here. Felt a little stacked. Okay, not that one, but maybe the candy cane can work on this one, because there is a small candy cane here. There's also a small ornament. In pink, actually. See, I have the same problem with this one that I did with the other one about what's happening on that side. There is a red ornament here too, so let's see what that looks like. Maybe I'll like it better if I just use the red and not bring in another color. Sometimes that is the answer. Don't bring in another color. Okay, that's what I'm going to do there. Now, I think I'll put something with a puppy sticker up there as well. I just realized there we go. My little ATG was being sassy. And if you own an ATG, you know that's normal. Okay, let's cut this off here. I'm liking the way that looks so far. And then, let's see, something up here. I have a wreath. That would be good with talking about like decor. Yeah, there we go. I like that. I'm not loving how short that is. All right, I have other letter or phrase stickers. Let me just grab them and see if there's anything. There is one here that says time to decorate, but it's the same size and it's white. I'm trying to find, I have a sheet where I know I didn't use as many phrases off of this. Christmas Day was not Christmas Day. I could do Mary here, and it would be in the white, but I think that's okay. And I think not any of these puffy phrases. So let's... There's one here that says decorating to Yeah, I think the Mary, if I can get that to work, because I can cut this wherever I want. Yeah. Then that will just kind of, just cut it here. I can use this for another time. And then that, I'm trying to play with it so the asterisks you can still see it. There we go. Okay, yeah, I like that better, that it just crosses across there. Okay, that feels a little bit better. And now a little something to go on here. Do we use the gold sequins? Or do we do a star? Play with that. Let me grab one of those little stars. So when I have gold foil or gold glitter left, I just punch it. Like little scraps of it left, and then I just leave them in here. And I dig through it when I need stuff. And sometimes it works well, and sometimes it doesn't, like right now when I can't find a gold foil star. And I was thinking gold foil because it is gold foil on here. There we go. So that, I think does what we talked about, is that they're on there, but it's not calling attention to itself. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to just grab these up and get some of them out of my way. That is one thing I like about this dish. It's from Amazon. I saw it in one of Moira's videos and I loved it so much. I commented on it, and then she told me it was a gift, and the person got it on Amazon, who happens to be Kristen's sister if you hang out here. Kristen said it was her sister who gave it to Moira, but I went to Amazon and found it. So I really love having that stuff there and accessible. Okay, here's some foil stars. So as I was saying, this is doing kind of what I said it would do, is it's there, but you know, it's there, but I think it's too big down here. That's a lot of stuff in that cluster. So let me go back and see if I like the sequin again. If I don't, or I have smaller gold sequins, I just need to grab them. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is we're going to do sequins in gold on this one too, but I think a smaller one. That other cluster had some bigger elements and then this one does, and I think it's overwhelming it. So hang on a second, guys. Pardon my arm reach. And I store sequins in all different things. So this is the way I first started. Oh, I did find some gold stars. Maybe we can use that sequin. This is how I first stored sequins, and these came from Walmart years ago. But I also store them in the bags that you can do, or boxes with the little dividers that you can do hardware in as well. Okay, I'm loving these. Yeah, this is what I'm going to use. And then I have a third one, or an extra one here. Maybe we'll just put that like on the holly there. Okay, so I'm not going to put you through me having to anchor those down. That's really boring. But here, I think this one will go there and this one will go up here, so they're not the same. So there's that. Now let me bring in that other layout back in, and we can look to see what's different and what is the same. It's like, was that Sesame Street or something that played one of these things is not like the other? So same piece of paper, same red background paper. Same idea of a photo block in the middle. Let me separate these a little bit. Same idea of the photo block in the middle. Same idea of the holly at the top. And then also the diagonal, but that's also something really normal for me, is that I tend to do that diagonal in a lot of my layouts, because then your eye runs through the photo as you're looking at the embellishment. So I like the way that all looks. Okay. So then as I'm watching this, you guys, the video is really delayed from where I'm talking, but that's okay. Anyway, so then we used gold star sequins here, regular sequins here, added some puffy stickers in here because I found them. So that was kind of good, but use stickers and different elements. The coloring is the same because I'm using the same collections as well. But you know, if you had these in a book, yeah, you go, oh, she used the same paper there, but it definitely is a different layout, even though, you know, and then this alpha is the same as well. So kind of fun that it's different. I shouldn't say it's different. It's the same starting elements, but then two different layouts because you're using different things. So don't ever let the fact that you're using even the same piece of paper more than once stop you from doing it, because you can make it look different if you do that. So anyway, all right. Well, you guys, I think that's it for tonight. I didn't look at my calendar to see if I'm going to be on next Friday night or not. I don't remember. Thanks, Barb. I think I will be, but don't quote me on that for sure. But again, always Tuesday, Thursday. I have Tuesday, Thursday. Although I have to get scrapping because I think I only have layouts done through the end of the month for Tuesday, Thursday, which means tomorrow or Sunday, I better get moving on some of those. I'm itching to scrap 12 by 12 again because it's been quite a bit and it was fun. Now, this is the other thing I wanted to do with this Disney layout, why I wanted to do it, was because I figured this would be a good way for me to get my feet wet so it won't feel like I haven't scrapped anything, but I haven't really printed any pictures other than the ones that I printed for tonight. You know, I've got lots of that to do yet and get stuff organized. So that will be coming. But anyway, all right, you guys, thanks for hanging with me tonight. It was good to see all of you in person again. And I will be back then soon. I'll see you on Tuesday. I said Tuesday and Thursday. I meant Tuesday and Saturday. I'll definitely see you with a video tomorrow, a taped video tomorrow. But I think I can do next. Oh, actually, I can't do next Friday night. That's right. I won't see you next Friday night. I just remembered. So anyway, Nancy, I'm so glad I got to use that star paper too. And I used it up. Look at you guys. I used it up. It's not going to sit in my, in my stash. And this is another good thing. So many times we have our photos and then we decide paper and product from it. I had the product and then found the photos to go with it because I intentionally went and found my Christmas photos that I hadn't scrapped yet and then printed them because I haven't even gotten that far, and then played with some presets and that kind of stuff. Don't forget, if you're interested in the presets that I talked about from Six Little Babes and what the differences are, because I showed different versions of these two photos with those presets as well. Don't forget to go back to the beginning because that's where I talk about that. So anyway, you guys, have a great night. Thanks so much for all your kind compliments, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.